So this looks like quite a normal GitHub repository. So this is about running Dino on Azure Functions by Anthony Chu. What's special about it is it comes with a Visual Studio Codespace Create Batch. So this is pretty useful when we want to get started very quickly. So this allows us to skip all the step of installing Dino and the dependencies that come along with that. And we can now start immediately. So here's me instantiating a code space based on the repository. I'll go for a basic one and create. So this is going to take a little bit of time, but I've actually pre-baked a code space already. So this is the exact same code space. So that is the experience turning it on, right? So now it's actually starting to prepare my Visual Studio Code Space. It's building the container that will form my development environment, and then subsequently it will run it. So I have one that's already up and running over here. I just want to show you how fast and easy it is to get started. So this will probably take a few minutes as well, but yeah, here's one that's already started. So what's cool about this is it comes with its own code tour. So this is all the source code, okay? So I can actually browse through this myself, or if I want to get started really quickly on a new project, the existing members of the project may have created something like a code tour. So running through the code tour, I can actually get a sense of how to start developing quickly. Again, reducing my developer commute even further. So with the code tour, I just need to kind of like click through. There's some documentation that's already there. And if I click through it, it actually guides me through the source code itself and tells me what exactly snippets of the source code does so that I can get my sense and direction. So if I were to just click through this, and that's it. So that's how fast it is to get started with VS Codespaces. The next thing I want to show you is Azure Cloud Shell. So Azure Cloud Shell is a free compute environment that's available to all Azure subscription. So one nice thing I like about it is it allows me to separate cloud development, such as DevOps development, from my actual local environment. So for example, if I want to try a tool such as Terraform, I may not want to do it on my local environment. I could actually use the Terraform that's already available on Azure Cloud Shell to do some DevOps development. So I like to typically I like to keep my client as thin as possible. I don't want to have a lot of stuff installed in my laptop because to me local is sacred. And also I want to have that mobility where I can actually work on a laptop in my office, and I want to continue that work at home. So I will have that mobility with Azure Cloud Shell. So now I'm going to demonstrate how to use Azure Cloud Shell from Visual Studio Code. So let's start by taking a look at my local environment. So I'm going to type in Terraform. So I do not have Terraform installed on my local environment because I would like to do my Terraform development on the Cloud Shell. So let's now jump onto the Cloud Shell. So Cloud Shell is accessible via the Azure portal. So if you were to click on this button, the shell will appear at the bottom of the portal. So with this shell, I can then do my Terraform stuffs, as Terraform will be available on the shell already. So there will be a persistence mount that's available to you. So anything that you do here will be persisted across your devices. So if you were to go on to your laptop at home, you will be able to see the exact same persistency, obviously. So this is just a file share. So this is the file share that stores all of the files that you created on the shell. If you can look here, the file that's available here is available here as well, even the hidden files. Okay, so now let's look at how to set this up in Visual Studio Code. So the file share that we see earlier in the portal that's available on Azure Storage, you can actually access it from VS Code as well. So you need to install the Azure Storage extension. Then you could go on to browse your storage on the cloud and open it in File Explorer as I did here. So if you notice, these are the files that I have on my file share. So the next cool thing is this. If you install this other extension called Azure Account, you will be able to do this Azure Open Bash in Cloud Shell and have your development terminal mapped to that one that's available on your Azure Cloud Shell as well. So now I'm editing the Terraform files over here, and I can work on Terraform within my local Visual Studio Code as well. That's it for the demo. Okay, so I've discovered a few limitations while working with Azure Cloud Shell. Um, First of all, you can't really write to the core directories. So for example, I tried to install a HTTP server over here and I can't get permission to write to locally. Also, you can't really access a web server that's started on the cloud, obviously. And finally, you can't really get sudo. So those are the limitations. But if you operate within those limits, for example, if you were to do like Terraform, or it's just cool to even have a shell that's available for free. It comes with your Azure subscription in any case. Then Azure Cloud Shell is useful.